Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. And welcome, welcome, welcome to Reach Me. Afternoon. How are we doing this wonderful afternoon? I'm not hearing anybody at all.
Good afternoon. I'm doing fine so far.
Somebody sound like they're falling asleep. Is that Foster? You're probably not able to shout, but I want a nicer afternoon than that, man. Come on, man.
Good afternoon.
Yes, that sounds like it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Can I hear a couple another afternoon or how they do? How is everybody doing?
Afternoon.
Yes, I heard you, Blake. I heard you, Tamiko. Is that, I hope I pronounced it correctly. And I think I heard a little whisper from Anisha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is indeed a wonderful afternoon, and we are happy that we are all able to be joining this afternoon. I just want you to, I know you're early, you're on time. I want you to just use this opportunity just to quickly send the link to a friend, send it to your classmates, send it to your co-worker, but send it to some, I'm giving you half of a minute, quickly, quickly, quickly. I'm gonna ask our host to just play a toops of a little music and just give your finger a chance to send the link quickly. Get on the phone, call somebody, tell them to log on now. We are about to start at Reach Me. All right. Go ahead, host. Let me hear a little song and give them an opportunity to send the link.
One moment to share, please.
Yes, we want, this is too an important a series, a session that a webinar that you are not able to invite somebody. Don't just go and tell them all about it after. When they see your life being transformed, you're saying, you know, I went to no man, give them an opportunity to join. So do that real quickly. Everybody fingers on the phone, wherever, shout out next door, shout out to somebody, tell them to log on. All right, go ahead. Oh my goodness, I feel like dancing. I feel like dance. I feel young again. Hallelujah. How are we? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm happy and excited to be here this wonderful afternoon. I am hoping that we'll have, and I believe in that we're going to have quite a number of persons joining this afternoon and listening. Make sure you have your paper, make sure you have your pencil, make sure you have something to write on, because you can't afford to miss or to forget, because sometimes we hear, but sometimes we don't remember after listening. We're hearing, but we're not making note. So again, make sure you have your notepad that you're going to be, or your post-its or your little card, so that you're able to write and make your own personal notes. All right? Okay. Well, I'm seeing some familiar faces, one or two familiar faces. And so I just want to greet you all again. And it is indeed great to be here. I want us to just start in prayer. And so we are going to close our eyes, clasp our eyes. But if you're driving, don't close your eyes, right? Make sure your eyes are open wide. And we are going to be praying. And so let us pray. Our Father and our God, we just want to thank you for this wonderful afternoon that you have given us. We thank you because you are indeed good and merciful and kind. We thank you because there is nothing we have done great to be here this afternoon and to be sharing, having the devices, having the fact that we are in our right minds to be able to participate in this webinar. We thank you. And Lord, we invite your presence to be on this platform with us. Lord, you know, our presenter, you know, our host, you know, all the participants that have joined this afternoon. We just want to thank you, Lord, for speaking to our hearts, just, being empowered that when we leave here, we're better off than when we came. And that not only we learn for ourselves and grow, but most importantly, that we'll be able to share with someone the need and the importance of having confidence. Hugs. Amen and amen. All right, so I want us this afternoon, as again, want to welcome all the youths and the young adults that are here this afternoon. You do understand that you are in a safe place. Let me see somebody quickly type that in the chat. And safe place. You are in a safe place, and being in a safe place, it is important that we are able to let our guards down. We are able to just reveal and just be open and be broken and just be able, be vulnerable to the fact that we are able to change and to learn and to grow. And sometimes it is also critical that we come head on and face on with the challenges. And, many of us and all of us have different dimension, I call it, of confidence. You're confident when you're around your friends, you're confident in your own space, but we're going to be sharing this afternoon to have a holistic, fulsome confidence that irrespective of where we go and who we are with and whatever it is that we are called to do, and even for the importance of who we are, who you are as an individual, to showcase the confidence that is part and parcel of you walking in your full purpose. And so, welcome, and it is good to be here. Now, when we speak about, and let me tell you, this afternoon we have a great lineup. And you see, you're going to have to be writing in the chat. You're going to be, talking and let us feel your presence. We not just want to see your beautiful pictures and your name. We want to be here. You're speaking to us. And if it's possible, whenever it's possible, and you can open your mic, you can speak and type in the chat, and just to ensure that you know that we are feeling your presence, because there are prizes. Anybody want to win a prize? Just put up your hand real quickly. If you want to win a prize today, we have prizes giving out today, Yes, man. I see Noel says safe place. But let me see those hands. I'm not seeing any hands. I'm not seeing any hands. Where are the hands that you know that? Yes, I see Zamar Wint. Yes, I see Tamika Nima. What's a beautiful name? Yes, I see. Annalie. Yeah, on the doors. Yes, I see. Ooh, let me not try and pronounce that one. James. Let me stay with the last name. James. Yes, you are in a safe place and there are prizes. So what are the prizes? Let me tell you at least so you can know that you're going to be winning something significant. So the first one is a tumbler. So you can have your nice cool juice and everything, and it is branded. Come on now. It is branded. Anybody heard what I just said? Anybody heard? Tell me if you heard what I just said. It is branded. So you want your tumbler. And also there is a book. Yes, I like how Tamika talking to me this afternoon. There is another prize. And that other prize is this book. Anybody see my book? And I tell you, you need to get this book. This is a devotional by our host. See her here. I'm not sure if you can see it real quickly, see it clearly. Right.
It's a bit
So
blurry.
it's blurry. Oh no,
Yeah.
we can't have that. We can't have that. We don't want it to be blurry, but I'll show it again in a little while. I'm gonna try and see what can be done on my end. But this is a devotional, and you don't want to not have this devotional in your house, in your car, just to be reading each day and to be empowered. So that is, but you have to guess what? In order to win these gifts, you're certainly going to have to be listening, taking your notes, so that when the questions are asked, you are able to show hands and to type it in the chat real quickly. And so I want to also make note, I have support in the background. I have Chantal Baptiste in the background, and she is going to be watching over on these on the chat. She's going to be making note of the answers and all of that. So please make sure Chantal is watching. So please ensure that you are quick on your fingers this afternoon. So when I talk about lineup, we're going to be inviting in a little while our host, none other than Abigail T. Sparks, who is the founder and managing director of Reach Me. She's going to be coming in shortly. And then after when she comes in and speak, we are going to have a speaker. And I see her name, And the good thing about it, sometimes when we are moderating, we get persons to introduce and to make reference to that. We sometimes don't know. We really sometimes don't know. We don't know anything much about them. We're only reading what is on their bio. But for me this afternoon, I know the motivational speaker that is going to be sharing with us this afternoon. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely woman of God. She is a gem. She is, just as you see her, nice and bubbly. She's just a wonderful person. And I'm going to be reading her bio later on, so you'll get a little more insight of who this person is. Yes, I see somebody say, love you too. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you too. But you are in for a treat. You are in for a treat. And I am seeing 34 persons that has logged that. And I still think that there's at least a couple more that needs to be joining. So again, we don't want Lady Lecia Sutherland to start and you miss out, and then you have to go sharing all of that again. Please make sure, just give them that call and let them join right quick and fast. And then afterward, we're going to have our question and answers. And of course, we're going to just be having a wonderful time this afternoon. So I will just stop talk for a little bit and just allow, but just before, I really need, I think it's very important that I share this. I must, because let me just tell you quickly, and I want to hint at somebody. Make sure you have your paper and pen. I'm not telling you why you need it now, but I must read the vision and the mission for Reach Me. And it goes like this. Our vision, it is to create safe spaces that comprehensively provide youths and young adults with the support and resources they need to deepen their pursuit of knowledge, skills, and excellence to maximize their potential. The mission is to holistically prepare and position youths and young adults to develop their potential and become the best version of themselves. It's about us. Let me tell you about us. It says today's youth are emerging as leaders and catalysts for change, shifting what it means to have vision, pursue passion, and create impact. And I want somebody to type in the chat this afternoon, impact. If you're online and you know that you are created to do great impact, yes, Mina, I see you, impact. Are we going to have some other person? Yes, Annalie, impact. You are here, Shanice, impact, to make impact. No, so. Yes, Noel, here for impact. And so at this time, I want to invite to come in the room and to greet you none other than Abigail T. Sparks. Go ahead, Abby.
Good afternoon, everyone. Are you hearing me clearly?
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Awesome. Good afternoon again, and welcome to the inaugural session that Reach Me is having called MindShift. I am, as Auntie Fran would have lovely shared or stated, I'm Abigail T. Sparks, and I'm the founder of Reach Me and its managing director. And again, I am truly honored to have you all here today as we embark on this very exciting journey together. Just to provide a quick backdrop of Reach, Reach Me was born out of a very deep desire to empower youth and young adults, helping them develop the tools and confidence that they need to navigate life's challenges and opportunities. Our vision is very simple but very powerful, and it is to empower youth and young adults to develop their potential to become the best version of themselves. To make this vision a reality, we've made it our mission here at Reach Me to create safe spaces, which has been emphasized thus far, that we're really focused on creating safe spaces where people can be vulnerable and honest and true about the challenges that they face so that we can provide very real solutions. To be able for youth to be able to access support, knowledge, and resources that they need to excel. So through our core principles of pursue, discover, and serve, we encourage each individual to pursue excellence, discover their potential, and most importantly, serve as a guiding light for others. That's why we have started the MindShift series. I firmly believe that ignorance is the enemy of every single person's destiny. Ignorance has the potential to keep us limited, to keep us stagnant, to prevent us from becoming who it is that we were created to be. And for that very reason, MindShift was designed to help us navigate adulthood. So adulthood it's not a walk through the park, and many times we have to learn on the fly. Many times we learn through trial and error. So the aim really of this program is to minimize that trial and error, to minimize having to figure it out on the fly by providing the tools, by providing the information, by providing the access to resources that you'll be able to effectively conquer life in every area and in every element. And before I play a very brief video, just again highlighting Reach and our goal and vision, I do want to also highlight the members of our team, of our board, that are essential and very core to helping us fulfill the vision of Reach Me. And those members are none other than Anisha Rose, Karim Tedison May Jackson, Jared Chambers, and Shirley Sparks. They are the core members of our team at this moment. Again, very committed to helping fulfill the mandate of Reach Me. So again, we're on this webinar series today to seek direction, to face the obstacles as not just as they come, but being properly equipped to face these obstacles, that we will have the support that we need every step of the way. Thank you so much and welcome to Reach. I'm going to share a video very quickly and then hand back over to our wonderful moderator, Francesca Anderson. Again, thank you so much for coming on, and I look forward to the community that we will be building together.
Awesome, 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 awesome. That is the voice and the face of none other than Abigail T. Sparks, our founder of Reach Me, and we are in MindShift webinar. Again, as I mentioned before, there are some prizes to be won. And anybody ready for the questions now? We have 2 questions coming up. School challenge quiz, wherever you are. We're in a quiz time now. All right. I know we have Chantal that is watching, so don't shout, just type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Type it quickly in the chat. Are we ready for the question? Let me make sure the chat is ready. Let me see those fingers. Say ready, 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 ready. Let me see some ready coming across on me. Some ready, yes, I see a ready coming up. Let me see some more, just making sure. Yes, ready, 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 ready as we can. I see another ready, 3 readies. Come on, man, there's 42 of us. Some more ready and not. I see a big smile. Just smile alone, man. Put in the ready, 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 ready. Yes, ready, ready, burning up and ready. All right. I'm not so sure. I think I want to answer the question and win the prize, because I want all 3. I would take another devotional. Sound like I'm greedy? Yes, man. Petal, ready. Ready, ready, ready. Dwayne, ready. All right. So it is you who say you are ready. And so the fact that you're ready, let us go with our first question. What are Reach Me's 3 core values? What are Reach Me's 3 core values? 3, 4, I see. My, it looked like a winner came through already. I think, there is be bright people on this. I see some, I need help. Chantal, need your help. I hope you capture, because before I finish speaking, I see an answer came up and it looked like the right answer for me. So I am depending on Chantal. In a little while, I'm going to ask her to announce the winner for the first question. And anybody remember what the first prize will be? It will be a branded tumbler, a branded. I'm going to be begging Abigail for one later on, because I just imagine that graphics and all that fancy thing that is going to be on it, that branded. It's going to be looking very pretty, and everywhere I take it, I'm sure somebody will want to know what's this all about, eh? But I see the answers coming in, and I see more than one person saying the answer, but it's the first person that responded with the correct answer will win that tumbler. All right, number 2. Later on, we're going to tell you who the winners are. So we're not telling you who the winners are yet. So the second prize, second question. Ready. List 1 way Reach Me intends to meet its goals. 1. Anyone way. I know you're thinking. I don't see an answer popping up yet. I know you're thinking. Let me say it again. Let me say the question again. List 1 way Reach Me intends to meet its goals. I see another one warming up. That's warm, but not the correct one, Petal. Not the correct one. I just want to see a correct answer come up before I move on. I think I saw one coming up. So I think I'm not going to call out the name of the winner. All the winners. Chantal will help me to prepare and position you and your ad to become the best version of themselves. Not quite so right. But I see an answer coming in. But we're going to say the questions later on. We're going to give you the answers later on. And we're going to announce the winners later on. Right? Not telling you yet. We're going to wait a little bit. But thank you so much for participating. And of course, giving us the answer. So At this point in time, this is the moment when we talk about building confidence. Building confidence. And I mentioned to you before, the lady that I'm going to be introduced, I know her, and her name is Lecia Sutherland. I have to twist the tongue, when I'm calling it. Lecia Sutherland. And she is in a change. Well, let me just read from the top. Lecia Sutherland, take your place, make an impact. And she's gonna just tell you, take your place, make your impact. But she does it better than I do, because I'm trying to imitate her. In a changing world filled with moving parts, where dreams can come true or purpose dies, where do you stand? Lecia Sutherland, with over 25 years in leadership in the service industry, she has a passion for helping people by providing unapologetic counsel and guidance for those desirous of growth and direction. Lecia's approach refreshes the thirsty soul with dynamic and invigorating reminders to help individuals regain their footing in a fast-paced world. She's on a mission to motivate and inspire. Prepare yourself for fun, interaction, and thought-provoking session. Her purpose is to impact the lives of those she encounters. Her belief is everyone is special. Everyone has purpose. Everyone has impact. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't do it as good as she would, but I tried. Welcome, the one and only, the sweet, 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 sweet. We're not afraid to talk up the things them. So on the seat, quick and tight. It's going to be rough around here, but it's a safe landing. Over to you, Lady Lecia Sutherland. Bless you.
Thank you. So, Lady Fran, you have me cracking up over here. When I realized it was you who would be hosting, I was like, oh my God, we're already in for a treat. So if they thought they were waiting on me, well, think again. They had you. Welcome, everyone. First of all, though, I want to really big up Lady Abby. Abby, you're the real boss. Because you have so many things to do, yet you find time to put together something like this, because indeed our young people need help. My son at 13 climbed a tree, I think in September, for the very first time. While Franny, when you and I were growing up, we are climbing banana tree, we are climbing tangerine tree, all kind of tree. So the young people are real Jenna in Christ.
Yes.
Doing or something else. The young people really need help. So, Abby, I want to really big you up and congratulate you on this endeavor. I know you have many stick in the fire, but you still find time for the young people. Being young yourself, kudos to you and your team. God bless you richly. Welcome, everyone. I wish we could have done this in person, and I wish we could do this from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. because confidence is my favorite topic of all times. And a lot of persons are struggling with it. They put on a nice face and nice clothes, but they're struggling with confidence. And let me tell you what confidence is. It's just a sweet aroma. That's all it is. This is an aroma that people see it on you, they smell you, they hear it, they are attracted to it. And sometimes if you don't have that aroma, you will miss out on opportunities in life. And that's just the truth. So we're going to get down into it. And if you know me, my very first question will always be, who are you? Every time I go in a forum like this, whether it's online or in person, and I ask the question, persons stutter. Persons are not conscious of who they are. So I want you to think about it for a minute. It would be good if you could have a pencil and a sheet of paper just to write. If I'm going too fast, because I get excited with topics like these, let me know. And guys, I don't want to end the sessions and you don't have any question. No question is a stupid question. I need to hear the questions. So I know that Abby will be gracious enough for us to extend the time if you have a lot of questions. Remember that I'm not God. He's the only all-knowing person. But I'll try my best to see how I can help you with my personal experience. So the question is, think about it. Who are you? Or write it down if you can. Who are you? Think about it. I don't want to go in your thoughts and find stuff like, I'm pretty, I'm tall. That's describing yourself. I want to describe the inner you, the you in your DNA, the DNA part of you. I want to describe. The next question, why are you here? Why did you sign up this afternoon? Most persons will write, because I lack confidence. I want to be more confident in how I do things, how I go about doing things, how I walk, how I talk. But I really wanted to ask yourself the question, why did I sign up? Why am I here on this platform this afternoon? All right. Next question. Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have that confidence that we're going to be talking about? Can I tell you something? You do. You do. Why do you need confidence? Do you need it for personal use? Do you need it for business? So like a coat that you put on, I need to buy this coat because when I'm going to church, so this is my church jacket, and you're not going to wear it anywhere else except church. Or I want this for work or school. Why do you want the confidence? What's your purpose of wanting it? Business, personal, or do you want to use it like an accessory, like a pair of earrings? I'm going to wear this whenever I have one of these platforms to be on. So I'm going to put on the confidence only when it's needed. If you need it for business, personal, or as an accessory, then you're in the wrong place. Because confidence is like a skin. You can't take off your skin and go anywhere without it. So if you want it to be a part of who you are, if you want to gain that smile, that walk, that talk, if you want to have that aroma, that fragrance, then you're in the right place at the right time. If you do not have confidence, it can be acquired. If you already have it, you can get more. There's no limit to confidence. However, how you plant it, where you plant it, and how you water it will determine the size of the tree that it will become in your life. So what kind of ground you're going to water it in? We're going to plant it in. Do you water it every now and then? Who do you allow to walk in the area that you've planted your seed of confidence? Do you plant it in a path where people walk and trample every day? And so your confidence that you're trying to build is built in a place where a person's trample it every single day, or you don't have people helping you to water it, or you have the seed, but you don't put it in dirt where it can germinate and grow. I want to think about these things as we progress. All right, everybody good so far? Yes, you are. I want to first speak to you about some elements of confidence. Sometimes when persons say that they're confident, it means that they speak loudly. Yeah, they speak loud. Or they're confident, so they're bold. There's a difference between confidence and boldness. But I don't want to go there yet. Let's look on some elements of true confidence. One very, very key element of true confidence is self-acceptance. Sometimes I get the impression that when God was making you, somehow you start thinking that, God made a mistake because I was not supposed to be this short. So we start wishing we were taller, or we're tall. I want to be not 5'8". I wish I was just 5'2". How he fashioned your eyes, your nose, your mouth. How he fashioned your head, the shape of your head, your lip, your hair. Some people have nice curly hair. Some people have nappy hair. The parents that you were born to, the place that you were born, the complexion that you have. I recommend if you're short and you want to feel tall, put on some heels. I don't know what to recommend for the men because I cannot recommend putting on some heels. Right, Fanny? All right. You are brown and you want to be dark. I don't know what to tell you more than go in the sun.
Yes.
And if you're dark, I can't tell you to go and bleach. I can't tell you to go and bleach. When you start accepting who you are, size, shape, hair color, texture, nose, freckles, space teeth, packed teeth, long finger, short finger, big foot, small foot. When you start coming to a place of acceptance, that is your first strategy in becoming the most confident person in the room. Because when you start accepting how you look, and you know for sure that when God made you, he made you in his image. Then if God didn't want you for brown and slim and cute, he would have made you brown and slim and cute. My stomach is not flat. And I'll be the first to tell you that. Am I willing to put in the work by going to the gym and eating lettuce every day? I'm not willing to do that because I love food. So what I'm going to do, accept this is who I am. And 99.9% of if you accept who you are, I guarantee you, people will accept who you are as well. But it has to start with you. I remember this individual used to sing on how big my feet were. I wear a size 10 and you wear a size 7. Well, let me tell you, this nice, beautiful mass of body needs a size 10 foot to walk on, to walk with. So you don't be knocking on somebody's size, shape, color. Don't be knocking on it. Because all of this could not manage a size 7. You love this convo. We haven't even started yet. All of this in a size 10. And let me tell you, I go to the gym and I love working out, and I wish my trainer was on. He'll tell you I work out hard, but I'm going to eat. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to eat burger all day, every day. I'm probably guilty of eating rice, but the reality is this is who I am. And when I tell you that I am not skinny and I'm good, it's not because I'm speaking ill of myself. It's because I'm so confident in who I am. You don't have to tell me who I am. I'm going to tell you who I am. So let's get that part of the business first. Self-acceptance. I am who I am, and that's it. There's nothing that anybody can do about it. What you're going to do, though, is enhance it. That's what you're going to do. So you have nappy hair. If you want to cream it, cream it. If you want to rock it natural. But nothing looks good than when a man or a woman in whatever size, shape, form walks out feeling good about themselves. You can't help but feel good about it. You can't help it but feel good about them. So assess yourself. What is it I don't like about myself? Why you don't like it about yourself? Who told you that part of your body or the sound of your voice? Who told you that it's not cute? Who dare? Somebody come to me. I remember when I was pregnant with Josh, somebody, it must have been an accident, called me to tell me, you put on a lot of weight, your face to get big. Let me tell you, I chew her up. I'm not telling you to do this though. But when people are pregnant, they're going to get big. So how dare you stop me from going about my business to tell me that I was putting on weight? Yes, I know I'm putting on weight. I'm carrying a healthy baby boy. How dare you try to step in my space to tell me that I was putting on weight? Don't forget this. People are always going to have something nasty to say. Always. If you're slim like Auntie Fran, talk. If you're big like me, talk. If you're brown like Abby, she's too red. If you're dark like Auntie Fran, you're too black. If people are always going to have something to talk about. So you have to deal with you first. So to write it down, self-acceptance. What is it I don't like about myself? Why is it I don't like this thing about myself? Who told you that that part of you wasn't good enough? Who told you that? You need to start undoing that if you're really going to walk in true self-confidence. The next thing is purposeful living. Open your mouth and walk. So you're going to do two things. You're going to open your mouth and you're going to walk. Walk. Have you ever seen somebody walk in church? I grew up seeing people doing this. They hold up their finger or their Bible or their purse above their head and they kind of Jim screech out the church. Why are you Jim screeching out the church? Outside of not wanting to be a distraction. But are you telling me that walking upright with your back squared out the church is going to be a distraction versus trying to Jim screech out the church? Anybody I see doing that, I can tell straight off the bat. And this is my personal view. We need some work. You walking out the church, you get up and walk out the church. Or any forum. It could be a conference at work. People Jim screech. No. Walk out or walk in. Some persons slip into a room. They Jim screechy into a room. You go to a conference, you go to work and they're having a meeting and you come late and you feel so awkward and you feel so out of place because you're not even late. What is it that most persons are seated? You try to find the dead last seat in the back of the room. Coward. Auntie Fran cannot work. If I'm at school, I'm at the front of the room. If I'm at church, I have to be at the front of the room. Maybe it's because I also feel good about myself and I know I look good. But outside of that, I'm qualified to be at the front of the room. Some of us think we're not qualified to be at the front of the room. And so we screech in as if we're coming like a thief in the night. And we take the back seat or the corner seat or anything to quickly exit because you just don't think you're worthy to be in the front seat of the room.
Don't feel like you belong in the room.
Don't feel like you belong. You're qualified, Chantal. And let me tell you something. When people see you behaving like that, you're put to the side mentally. You're put to the side in their minds. I kid you not. I want somebody to do something at work. I want to introduce a speaker. No, not Susie. Not. That's how they make decisions. Auntie Fran, you're in HR. You know these things. Not she. Why? Because you're not even there. You're Jim Screechy in, you're Jim Screechy out. Come on. Purposeful living. Walk in like you have purpose.
Presence.
Walking like you have the presence. Yeah. Walking like you're saying, oh, this is my norm, to walk up into the House of Parliament with all these people talking politics that I have no clue about. If I go to the House of Parliament right now, I'm going to the front seat. I have no interest in politics. I don't know. If it wasn't for my bestie, I have no idea maybe who's the Prime Minister of the country. But I'm not going to be sitting at the back. Unless there's no seat at the front and it's all taken up, then I'll go to the back. But I'm going to take my seat at the front. So the next thing is open your mouth. A lot of times I know there are students on here and I know there are workers on here, there are employees on here. You know the answer to a question. And here you know now. I say, apply the answer. Why you want to answer the question? Because you don't think you're qualified. So they're having school challenge quiz and you're rat. But why you not open your mouth and put your pen and say, I know the answer? Again, you don't think you're qualified, so you don't wanna push too much. But then what happens, it makes you become invisible. And nobody wants to position anybody in any significant position who is invisible. When you go to do what you're asked to do, you're going to be invisible even though you're on the stage with a mic. People are not even listening to you because you just have that invisible spirit. Why you don't want to answer the question? Why you don't want to ask a difficult question? Why you don't want to ask any question? Ask a question. No, sir, me. This is the risk. Me. Ask question in this meeting at work. You must be mad. But when you're looking for people to promote, they don't know who you be, even though you've been employed there for 20 years. I'm in an organization where persons have been employed in the same position. The entry point of the company is being a teller, and persons have been a teller for 20 years. There are persons who got hired as a teller, and they're retiring as a teller. And you're satisfied with being that? Why? You've been at work every single day, Monday to Friday, from 8 to 5, but you have become invisible.
Shadow.
Shadow. Do not be afraid to take the opportunities. Do not be afraid to live purposefully by opening your mouth and walk. If there's a question to be asked, ask it. If there is an idea, a thought, if you want clarity on something, don't ever, the minute you say to yourself, who, me? A light bulb's supposed to go off in your head and say, come on. There you go, Shanta. There are opportunities there waiting for someone to say, hey. My thought on that matter, regarding that matter, is someone's all for foolishness. Sometimes you can't go up and talk all for foolishness because you sound so eloquent and fluent. Them say that sound good. And what you say a while ago, not much. I know some people like that. Let me tell you, one bag of foolishness. One bag of foolishness. But because of how they present themselves and how they communicate what they're saying. Another part of purposeful living is stop being afraid to make mistakes. For you guys who, somebody said politicians, come on now, don't mess up everything, they'll probably shut us down soon. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that people are afraid to make mistakes. Stop being afraid to make mistakes. Franny, I do announcements all the time, and I get so excited in my head because I love people. I read out some foolishness and hold on, and I just correct it.
And move on.
Last week I said those who were born the last day on August, which was the Monday, and then not realize that somebody was born on the day. I'm gonna just finish when I said, come into the first man, Mina.
Yes.
You think I was going to say, Lord Jesus, me mess up, and I go home and I beat up myself. Look how me tell the people, them say, those who were born on August 31st and forget to today August 30. I'm not good at what me I do, me just an idiot. Come on. But that's really bad. Guys, you're the community, you're supposed to help me. Those who are born today, stand. When you make your mistake, it becomes a big deal if you make it a big deal. Don't forget, open your mouth. Walk. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. When you make the mistake, don't highlight it. Oops. You start. And guess what? The thing is right in front of you, but because in your mind, you feel discombobulated, because in your mind, you think, oh my God, I'm a failure. I just made a boo-boo. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. People are looking at me. Ain't nobody looking at you. Just go right on over it. Right on over it. You will live to do it again. Learn from it. Enjoy your mistakes. I tell the young people in Sunday school all the time that when you go to do something on Youth Sunday, morning dew or the announcement, when you make a mistake, we're cheering for you, we're rooting for you, because we know that you're young. We know that you're young, but we're saying you did it anyways. you're thinking, they're going to criticize me. And Lecia will do this every day. I got to tell me, I'm go, no, you guys are amazing. The fact that you go on stage to do something means that that's a start. Purposeful living. Open your mouth. Walk, and don't be afraid to make your mistakes. Moving right along. This is going to lead me to the next element of true confidence. Focus on your strength. A lot of people want to be a lot of things to all men. It don't work like that. If you know me, my motto is my strength is my mouth. I know that for sure. That's where my strength is. My best friend, Danielle, we complement each other so well. If I want to purchase a ticket to go anywhere or buy something on Shein or anywhere, she is the person for that. I do not have the patience to do these things. Maybe I don't even have the gift. That's not my hero. I'll do the bare minimum. I don't want to learn anything new about anything when it comes to technology. That's not my strength. I don't try to be confident in that area because that's not my strength. What is your strength? Ask, I want you to write it down. If you're writing, write it down. If you're asking yourself mentally, ask yourself, what is my strength? If you're a good singer, then go and get some voice training and enhance what you already have. And then you go on the praise and worship team, you go on the choir, you join anything that has to do with singing. If you are a good dancer, then go and get some dance training, and then you try and get on the dance ministry, try and do something that will enable what you have to be greater. But you can't be confident in everything. It's not possible. So my thing is my mouth. My strength is I love to counsel people. I love to motivate people. I love to build up on person's self-esteem. And so I'm reading 2 books. I know what brokenness is. And so if I'm sharing with somebody about brokenness, I would have read some books on brokenness. I love to build people up. So I'm reading Worthy, How to Believe You Are Enough and Transform Your Life. Because I know what my strength is, I'm always going to be feeding myself to build on what I already have. So yesterday, my bestie and I were talking, and when it comes to politics, she is politics guru. She is the one who confirmed or cemented in my mind that JLP is green and PNP is orange. For the life of me, I could not remember who was who. The green people is JLP and the orange people is PNP. For years, I don't even care. Maybe that's bad. I cannot tell you what they spoke about on the news last night. They were telling me that they killed some people in the market in Mandeville. I'm from Mandeville. I don't know. Don't care. I don't watch news. That I don't care. But I said to her yesterday, you know, hear what's happening? We're talking about the rapture. And I said to her, there's no word in the Bible about rapture. She said, you know, when I go home this evening, and she jump on Google and she start, she's like, oh my God. And then that went into another conversation. And we're talking about the Great Tribulation and how long it's going to last. Now, I could answer those questions. We're talking about the great falling away. And I'm like, you know, so what's happened with T.D. Jakes and Jamal Bryant? And she's like, oh, what happened? Oh my God. And she's like, what with Diddy? And yeah, I'm like, yeah, man, you know what happened with Diddy? And that's not her area. So I was able to educate her. She's like, send them to me. And I was able to tell her about some speakers and what they're saying and who I don't listen to. When you ask me about kingdom business, when you ask me about Bible, I know that because I'm always in a place where I have to share. Even with the Sunday school people, at work, I'm always sharing God. So I'm always at work, I'm always listening to something that's going to build my spirit or build what the core of who I am, my strength. So when I talk about leadership, I read something. Oh, so leadership is so and so and so. That's my strength, my mouth. So I'm building on the things that's going to help me to speak in these areas. What's your strength? And how are you building on it? Are you sitting by dreaming and hoping that you could be the best singer in the world, but then you've never done voice training? Are you somebody who's good at graphics? Or you're good at putting the PowerPoint presentation? Are you open to now be able to speak using that PowerPoint presentation that you're so good at doing? Sometimes we limit ourselves. I'm good at PowerPoint presentation, creating it. How about now saying, let me step out and see how best I can also be a presenter using the PowerPoint presentation? What is your strength? Your hands? I cannot bake. I've never baked anything in my life. I have no care in the world to bake anything. But if you give me a mic, I can do good. What is it you're good at doing, and how have you built on that? I won't ever be a model. I don't need to practice walking. I don't need to practice to walk. You see what I'm saying, Auntie Fran? I'm not good at doing my hair. So if I don't go to the hairdresser on a Saturday, well, it's gonna come to church, I'll slip back. I'm not good, and I know what my strengths are, and I know what my weaknesses are.
Not good at doing your nails.
I don't know how I became a female because I don't know how to use a curling iron and all those things. That's not my strength. So I go to the hairdresser every Saturday. What are you good at doing? And what are you doing to build on it? You have a plot of land that is in your DNA. You can sing, that's your plot of land. But you can build a mansion on that plot of land to say, look what I've done with what I've been given. Every single time I'm asked to do something, the first thing that comes to my mind is no. Why? Because, but it never comes out. In my mind, I'm like, why are they asking me? Don't ask somebody else. But I'm not going to say no because I'm seizing the opportunities. Abby do something to me, you know. Abby has done something to me because when she asked me to do something, I just can't say no. The young people at large, when they ask us, I just can't say no to them.
Almost impossible.
Almost impossible, Fran. They do something to me like,
No
but
matter what you plan, you have to drop it.
no matter what you plan, my Saturdays, Franny, you know this. I've spoken to you about this. My Saturdays it's my baby. My Saturdays for me. I feel just give it to them. What happened though is that opportunities will come out of these opportunities. Stop trying to be singer, dancer, writer, wife, best student. Stop trying to be all of that. Find who you are and work on that. Another crucial area in really experiencing true confidence is criticism and rejection. Oh, this is a big one, and it can be very tough. But if you go back to how we started by asking yourself the question, who am I? What am I about? Then this is going to help you in this area. People are mean. People will be mean for no reason. People be unkind to you because their friend is unkind to you for no reason, but you just jump on the bandwagon and I don't like Fran. I don't like Fran because Abby don't like Fran. Why you don't like Fran, Abby? I don't even care. You don't like Fran? I don't like Fran. Fran is not your friend. Fran is not my friend. And Fran has done us nothing. There's nothing you can do about that. Being the confident me, I started working at a new branch some years ago. And those times, I just came from, I just stopped working at the airport. So girl slim and girl having a makeup straight, matte ear, makeup, red lipstick, everything of a beat, because girl, I come out of the airline industry. So I hope there are no foreigners on here that are unable to understand patois. Please, I just know. Chantel, please translate in the chat. Yeah. So girl, nice. So I'm in the bank now and I'm like, just being the usual confident me. Can I tell you that the girls in there just didn't like me? They're telling me this later because I do not care. So they're telling me later, we'll never like you. Why? Because you're just extra. you just go on like say, yeah, the whole of you can be patty. For no reason. And then they're telling me, no, you're actually so cool. You are like such a sweetheart. So people are going to criticize you and reject you for no reason. People are going to criticize you and reject you for reasons. What I'm going to ask you to do is, in that criticism, are they correct? If they are correct, what can I do to make some adjustment for the betterment of me? Yeah, they always confuse confidence with extra, but the truth is I've been called extra so many times that when they call me extra like a second name, hey. And here's the thing about people calling me extra. I welcome it.
Compliment. It's a compliment.
It's a compliment for me. How do you handle it coming up, Chantal? It's a compliment for me. I'm extra, I'm being me, because being anything outside of who I am, I'm going to be a fake. When people see me serious and I'm at work and I'm working heads down and I'm smiling, they knock on my door because my office is made of glass. You can look in and look at me. Are you okay? You must be so serious. Because they're not used to me having that kind of persona. I'm always like, hey, what's up? How you doing? God bless you. You're amazing. And if anything outside of that, I'm not authentic, and I'm not going to put aside my authenticity for anybody. So if you don't like me, that's sad on your part. So how do you handle it? The first thing I want you to do is go back to the first stage. Who am I? Yes, Anisha. That's what people know me to be. I'm sure when I die, you better all wear some pretty colors, because I don't know one or black and white at my funeral, because that wouldn't represent who I am. I give trouble at work. I make people laugh, and I'm whatever you get at church is what you get at work, except when we're going about God's business. We're getting serious now. It's either preaching time or worship time. Then other than that, life is a ball of fun. Enjoy it. But in enjoying it, don't make nobody criticize it to the point where you lock up in your house and sit down and you're, Lord, my head big. All right, your head is big. According to the world's standard, your head is big. What can you possibly, if you're born big, what can you possibly do to get it smaller so that the world can appreciate you more and so that the world can be happier? Because your big head is a problem. What could you possibly do? Would you like to shrink your brain? Would you like to take out a part of it so that you could, they could cut off a side of your head? I don't know. Would you like them to take off the back of your head so that it could be more pleasing to them? When you know who you are, you don't tell me about my big head. I will tell you about my big head. And so when you know who you are and why you're here and the impact you plan to come and make on this earth, criticism and rejection is near it. Two things I want you to do, though. The truth is you have to assess yourself, because sometimes the criticism is needed. Maybe it's not done in the kindest way, but is it true? So there's a young lady at work. Boy, she dressed shabby. Truth be told, she very unkempt, very shabby. And you know what they do? They talk about her behind her back. And what I did, I took her in my office and I said to her, your jacket is crushed. She said, oh, my husband ironed. I said, no, 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 no. I don't need to tell me who ironed it. I'm telling you, going forward, you know, iron your clothing. Remember, when people come to the door, they're seeing your face. You're representing the bank. You know, I said it in the most kindest, sweetest way. And I said to her, you're such a pretty girl. Girl, develop yourself and come out. You're so pretty and nice. Your skin nice. Make her feel good about herself, while telling her that you need to make some changes. So I spoke to her like about the Tuesday. And I said to her, she had on a wig. And the truth is, the wig never stayed good. And I said to her, you know, the wig was lean. So I said, you need to straighten it up a little bit and comb it down. Remember, I can't go here, but I know if you comb it down and gel it and put a little something on the, you know. And let me tell you something, guys. The Friday when I saw her, I was like, oh my God. You know what I did? I went to her and I said, girl, you're looking so fly. You look so nice. You come out nice. Look, you look good. So I saw her yesterday. And I said, you have a makeup? Girl, skin nice. I hear you. I just put on a little. Girl, no, she said, I just put on a little. She like saying, no, it's not much. I'm just cute naturally. People are going to be mean. People are going to be mean to you. Here's the next thing you can do. Go vent. And to friend, you know, say, they come tell me, say, my foot big. I'm going to never read the announcement properly. You did hear me read the announcement? And if Auntie Fran is a true friend, she's going to say, where they kind of make a few errors, you know, you probably need to minimize on the errors. If you are mature enough, you'll take that and say, all right, I'm going to practice. Give me the announcement earlier so I can go over it. Ladies and gentlemen, blah, 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 blah. If you talk too much, like me, you probably come out with me if you talk too much today. So what do you mean by that? No. You think I was talking a little bit too much? Rein yourself in. Criticism can be your best friend. However it's delivered. I know sometimes when it's not delivered, you know, in the sweetest of way, then it hurts. But if you, every time somebody criticizes you, you log it and improve on it. And we're not talking about bad mind people. Because bad mind people, criticism is different from somebody who really means you well criticism. And let's be real. You'll have people bad mind for no reason at all. So remember to check if it's a bad mind criticism you're hearing or good, well-meaning criticism. You have to learn to find how to determine which is which. But the truth is, criticism can be hard. You take it or you leave it. How I get things off my chest, I call my girlfriend and I say, can you imagine, say, blah, 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 blah. And in talking, especially if you have a real friend who is going to say, a true that, you know, Fanny didn't mean, you know. They know, see, you're not eat that. You know, you feel good. Can you see this? Let me tell you. Or Fanny was right. So what we can do now is we can prepare or go about it this way. You have to be mature about it. Because people are going to be people. Especially when you are hard on yourself. I want to segue a little bit into, just for a minute, your self-worth. There's a difference between self-worth and self-confidence. The confidence is what people see on you. The self-worth is what you see of yourself. So one is external and one is internal. The value you put on the internal one gravely affects the one that people see on the externals. So Abby invited me to speak today because she see this lady in church, this lady is preaching, this lady is doing an announcement, this lady is open the service, and Abby said, based on what I'm seeing, I'm going to hire this person to speak this afternoon on the launch of my program, and I'm going to pay her $1 million because she is good based on what I see. But how I feel and view myself, I'm wondering, why is Abby paying me $1 million? Why she don't give me $20,000? Because I am not even qualified to speak on this platform. Get it? A confident person seemingly can have a low self-esteem. And if you're good at what you do, you see right through that facade. So I can be hurting, but because of my personality, you would know. But if you know what you're looking for, then you'll say, she come out smiling today and batting, but she's hurting, she's upset, she's unhappy, she's sad. But most of the time, we're only so focused on ourselves, we don't see that, Fran. I know Fran, but Fran and bubble today. Sometimes you just need to pray for that person. You don't need to go over and say anything. Or just get a pat on the back or a hug and say it will be well. We sometimes get the two mixed up, but in getting them mixed up, if you don't have value for yourself, then when the criticism comes and the rejection comes, it's going to be a ball rolling down a hill that cannot be stopped. So for example, if you know that your self-worth is at an all-time low, but you can sing, I would not stand up for Rising Star because Anthony is going to chew you up. So you can sing, you have the gift, but your self-confidence and your self-worth and your self-esteem is down to the dogs. No, don't use wisdom. Don't stand up for Rising Star, because when Anthony tell you that you sound like a frog, you're going at the back of the ball. But you have to come out swinging next week. You won't have that swing in you. So how you deal with this, go back to the starting point. Who am I? Why am I viewing myself like this? Sometimes your self-worth and confidence has been carved out from your home, how your parents treated you, how the environment you were born in. You grew up with people that curse, bad word, fighting, war, people speaking unkindly, negative. You're big and ugly, you're black like, and you have to go way back. You can't put some medication on the skin when the bone is giving some problems. And sometimes going way back to those days, it's gonna hurt. But why are you here? You want to build on your self-confidence. You want to build on your self-worth. You want to be a better version of yourself. We're going to have to sit down and go right back to the start of when you start feeling like this. Your foot biggie. Because one side of my mom's family, they have like size 7, size 8 shoes, and they have small waist. My daddy said, my foot bigger. But you would have to tell me, say my foot big, and me buy the shoes them. And I'm not going to buy a size 8 shoes and give my 10 to a no car to please you. I'm going to be comfortable. There's certain things I'm not going to do. I like clothes. I'm a free up. I don't want them too tight. And that's who I am. If you don't like my clothes, then that's your business. Get to the place where you know who you are. You're so comfortable that there is nothing you can tell me. So my hand them big. Thank you. I do well with them. And how you speak of yourself, especially from parents. But Christine, how are you going to fix that now? It can be fixed. If you need professional help, go get it. But remember that becoming the best version of yourself, remember that plot of land? That's what was given to you, that plot of land. Are you going to build a shed on it? Are you going to build a 2-bedroom house when you have this big old plot of land, can build a mansion? Are you just going to go back to go with a plot of land which is not well groomed, have old tree on it, no fruit tree not even on your plot of land? It's all in your hands. It's all in your hands. how people see you really is of no value versus how you see yourself. And when you see yourself as a ball of fire that you are, ain't nobody can tell you, say your nose big. Because you already know. Are your nose so big? Oh, the best for breathing. Are you taking so crooked? God bless you too, sister. God's got you. When you take it on, you huff and you puff, then it becomes a problem. And then it sticks on you. Lisa, you're extra enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know I'm extra. I'm extra in capital letters. No, it's a compliment to me. People use it as a compliment. Yeah. People use it as a compliment. Right? Another topic that is so important in this becoming that, the truest most confident person ever is battling imposter syndrome. Never good enough, inadequate. You don't play your accomplishments, you don't play your gifting, you don't play your skill. That. Some people are afraid to say thank you when somebody compliments. My goodness, you look so good today. Me, I know. And I'm not being cheeky. I know. But I'm a little tender freaking. I'm from 2001, yet you were born in 2016. Yeah. Everybody at some point in time have that little voice in your head. You're about to go and do something, make a presentation, do a speech, and you've practiced and you've gone over your notes and you're ready and you look the part and then you're not good enough. Go on your boat, go on stage, and it just wakes your spirit. And guess what you do? You take it on. You put it on. I'm not good enough. I don't know why I'm even in this position as senior manager of corporate whatever. Who told you weren't good enough? Who told you, and why did you take it on like a jacket and wearing it every day? Why is it that you have Mr. Or Mrs. Comparison walking with every day like a shadow? And you compare yourself. Why I can't sing like so and so and so? Because God never called you to be a singer. Why can't I dress like so and so and so? Well, you can, but is that your style? Why can't I speak so eloquently? Go read and learn. Go check Paula and Porto so she can tell it's not off, it's of. And put it there and where and how. One build on that. But instead of sitting down and comparing yourself to, I wish I was that person. You know what I always say to people who say that is, if you're gonna want to be like Lady Fran, then you're gonna have to take Lady Fran life. And I'm sure Lady Fran, they don't want your experiences.
Not at all.
I don't want to be like Abby. They don't want it. I don't want to be like Abby. I don't want Abby's experience, whether Abby older or younger than I am. I don't want Abby's experience. You look at different persons and you say, boy, I want to be like Beyonce. Them have all this money, but do you know what the money comes with? I'm sure some of you, when you were young, but the boys here, they want to be like P. Diddy, Puff Combs. Yeah. Do you see what's happening now? Anisha, behave yourself. We don't want to use baby oil. No, nobody wants to use baby oil.
Nope.
Guys, who are you? Why is it you want to take on? You see somebody and they look so well put together, and but if they should tell you their story, you're gonna like, oh, I'm good. I am good. I remember one young lady at my former church. She said, Sister Lecia, you have the perfect life. I wish I were you. I had to rebuke her immediately. I said, don't you dare. Don't you ever say that. Because if I should tell you what I've been through, you're going to be happy that you are who you are. If you're going to want to be like somebody, take the whole everything that they have to offer. Their life, because guess what? Everybody at some point have some inadequacies, have some shortcoming, and yours can be worked on, theirs can't be worked on. And here's another thing: are you willing to put in the work to level up to Tom Stroke? We sit and we say, I want to be like this, and you compare yourself. You want to be brown. Are you willing to bleach? Because lighter persons get better, lighter skinned persons get better opportunity. Do you want to bleach? No. Well, sit down and be quiet and work with your dark minute. Come on, man. Some of the things that we're comparing ourselves with somebody else, there's nothing you can do about it. You have short hair, well, okay, buy some weave. But I get that. But you're short. What you gonna do? Or you're tall. What you gonna do? If you're fat, are you willing to do lettuce and drink rainwater? No. Then stop sitting down and compare. If you're willing to put in the work, then go right ahead and put in the work. But stop wanting to be like the next person, because that person will never be enough in your head. Because remember now, what the world standard is and what God's standard is two different standards. I want to be right in the eyes of the Lord versus look cute while going to hell. I want six pack, but I'm not willing to work on it. I don't mind going to the gym, but I'm not willing to have lettuce and drink rainwater. So I'm going to be comfortable with who I am. Again, it goes back to, who are you? That question should be ringing in your head for the rest of October. And by January 1st, you should know exactly who you are. And let me tell you something, you're going to take on. You don't even have to wait until January 1 to walk into your purpose. Start from there, you get a head start in the race. But if you want this confidence, you're going to have to be willing to make the sacrifices to get it. And another thing I want to tell you, don't let nobody take your confidence from you. I tell people all the time, I don't have Tina Turner legs. I don't have blue eyes. I don't have hair down to my butt. I'm finding my own right. You know what my strength is? You know what my trademark is? It's my confidence. And people take it from you. I don't have the prettiest smile in the room. And I'm fine with that. I don't have the smallest nose. I didn't have an average nose. I don't even know what you think is pretty and ugly, because I am fine. I keep, my favorite thing to say when I'm praying is, God, remember I'm the apple of your eyes. And as far as I'm concerned, it's only one apple on the tree, and it's me. It's only one apple on the tree. Because God can be at your tree with your one apple, be at my house with me as his only apple. Franny, you're at your house with you as the apple. Kadim, your house with you. God, he's everywhere. But on the tree that I am, the apple I am his only apple. I'm the only apple on my tree. So everybody check your tree. If you have more than one apple on your tree, they have something wrong, because I'm the apple of his eyes. One apple. That's me. And if you beat your chest and say you're the one apple, I'm good. I'm not going to fight you, because I know how special I am to God. Not humble. Not only, guys, if you're overseas, only one, humble for we Jamaicans. Humble apple on the tree, me one. Don't let nobody steal it. Don't let nobody trample it. Remember, we talked about earlier where it's planted, how you water it. Are you going to plant it in a path where people have to walk or shop? People are going to trample on it. It will never grow. You want a peppermint confidence, because peppermint tree not grow big. You want an orange tree, because orange, you never know bigger level orange tree confidence yet. But do you want like a breadfruit tree? You ever see breadfruit? Breadfruit, oh, in that ladder are some skillful young men in the country to climb the breadfruit tree. Sometimes not even stick, the stick can't reach the first breadfruit. The tree is so tall. That's the kind of confidence you want to have. And I guarantee you, there are going to be people at the root of your confidence tree with a little machete, I want a knife, a chip. You don't look good, you're ugly, eh? Your eye them so big. This is them at the bottom of the tree. Your eye big, your eye so big, your nose big, you're too dark, you're too brown, your ear nappy, and they're at the tree. Star apple tree, Noel. Yes. Them always say apple is the meanest fruit because nobody can ever find star apple don't even have a little, the low hanging fruit. There's no low hanging and no star apple tree. But I tell you this, when you start growing in that confidence, somebody is going to have a knife, a fork, a spoon, or a machete attempting to cut down the tree. If you want to let them cut your tree, it's up to you. Which brings me to boundaries. You see, your confidence, you need that boundary around your confidence, especially if you're just starting out. You have to put some boundaries around your confidence because I'm telling you, you go to church tomorrow, somebody say, what the fuck, ugly pie, you put off buff. The little ounce of confidence you get today, tomorrow, somebody, what the fuck, ugly, you mother keep it fat day? Not so at all.
Look like bees.
Look like bees. You're florista. And you get something yesterday and somebody's come and take it from you. How dare you allow people in your space like that? And then when you respond to them, they say you're rude and your face and have no manners. I'm not telling you to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, thank you, sister. Your dress full of pleats. You know what I'm saying? People are so unkind. Don't let them come into your space. You talk about protecting your peace, protect your confidence, protect your core, protect your gift. Finally, positive self-talk. I don't know what's good for you. I don't need to look into the mirror because let me tell you something. I am so fine. You gotta think my maga, do you hold me fine? How I think of myself is that I'm absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, big belly and all. I'm fabulous. And you can see it. I don't have to tell you I'm confident. You can see it. Why? That's my trademark. And it can be everybody's trademark and then some. So what I do, and I've been doing this for years, is on my worst days, I'm fantastic. I'm always fabulous. How are you? I'm great. I'm awesome. I'm fantastic. I'm phenomenal. I'm amazing. I'm the best thing since bun and cheese. Girl, I'm some right plan. Oh, let me tell you something. I am ackee and saltfish with roast breadfruit. I am all of that. But if you want to look in the mirror and say, I am so amazing, it's not even funny, then that's fine. If you want to have sticky notes that says, I'm great, whatever works for you, start somewhere though. If you want to just hold on to, I'm the apple of his eyes, hold on to it. Whatever it is that's going to start plowing the ground for you to drop your seeds of confidence, start. I remember one coworker of mine cussed me out. When I say this guy cursed me out, he was upset. Alan, if you're still alive, let me know. He said, you're behaving as if your life is perfect. You're always fantastic. I'm like, what? And I remember asking him, if I should come to you today and said, I don't have any lunch money, are you able to buy lunch for me today? If I should come to you tomorrow and said, I lack this or I lack that, are you able to help? So years ago, I'm always amazing. I'm always awesome. If I'm having the worst day ever, if something just happened and I really want to scream and I'm so sad, how are you? I'm fantastic. I'm amazing. And can I tell you something? Since I've been at this new branch, I've been at this new branch for about 3 years now. They take it my joke. them take it my joke. Hear them now. Where is fantastic? Where is extra? Where is phenomenal? Miss Phenomenal, come do this. It becomes their language. It's now a part of the branch. Everybody talk. I say, how you doing, girl? Oh, I'm fantastic. That's how you would say it. I kid you not. Oh, you always phenomenal. Come phenomenal. And this is me. Yes, here I am. That's who I am. And I'm going to speak it. And let me tell you something. It's funny. I was having this conversation with this gentleman. He was complaining about the wait time. And I said to him, you brought a book, so you know that if you're coming to the bank, you're going to be here for some time, especially with what he was doing. And I said, you have your book. And I said, what is this book about? And the book was entitled Belief. But it was some scientific book. So I said, what do you do? He said, he's not retired. Why are you reading this book? So he's explained to me that if your mouth tells your mind that you are good enough, somehow, if your mouth says that you're good enough, somehow it transmits the information into your mind, into your brain, which transmit the information throughout your entire body, even into your cell that says you're good enough. I was like, what? It comes out of your mouth. Where does it go? It goes into the atmosphere as well. The Bible said, speak a thing and it shall be established. So you can't want to be confident, and this is you. You can't want to be confident, and this is you all the time. I'm not saying you're not going to have bad days, but how do you handle the bad days? It's going to make a whole lot of difference. And I also recommend have that best friend, have that mentor, have that person that you can go to and just grab for a few minutes. I'm not feeling so good about myself. Let's talk. Have that person that says, boy, I'm not feeling good about this particular area. Let me give you a joke. Somebody called, I'm doing the dishes Thursday night. And this number called me. I don't know why I thought I knew the number. There's no name. The number call is after 8. I don't usually answer my phone if I don't know the number, because sometimes work people don't know the different times. I mean, I don't know. So I answered, and the person said, hi, Auntie Lecia, how you doing? She said, Auntie. So a church people that me don't know who. So I'm like, and as a man think it, so is he, Annalie. And the person started telling me of the situation. And I went into counselor mode, and her husband was with her, and she's talking about the baby and her mom. And I went to 1 hour conversation helping them work through something. And then she said something, and I said, Lord Jesus, I just know who I'm talking to. And I said to her, I'm going to give you a joke. And she said, what? I said, I just know who I'm talking to. They laugh. I just went into who I am without even knowing who they are. They called for help, just run in and give some advice, because they were upset about a situation. They were heading to the place where the situation occurred, and they just wanted somebody who was able to say, hey, calm down, and let's handle this matter differently. And when I saw it work, I gave her a hug, because as a girl, I had no idea. She said, I told my husband, that's who you are. You're always willing to help. You're just going to counseling mode just like that. Guys, find that person who you can rub shoulder with. Find a confident person. Link up with some confident people. Link up with some people who, the Bible says, iron sharpened iron. You can't be iron and you walk with butter. That doesn't make any sense. Where are you going? My best friend, I hope she's on. When we just started talking, listen to that girl, weak like rubber. No, that girl is a force to be reckoned with. Before rough her up sometime and say, we say I gotta do? That makes sense? You know what I mean? With love though, find somebody to help you be a positive person if you can't do it on your own. Find somebody just to say, hey, what do you think about this? No, do it this way. So I want you to write this down. Now I'm gonna use fantastic, but I want you to type in the chat your word. And if you want to put it on your phone, if you want to put it up on your, what do you call it now, your status, this is me. I am fantastic even on my worst day. I want you to type in the chat what your word is. And you're going to start off there. I am whatever on my worst day. I'm awesome. I'm sick. I'm confident. I am beautiful. I am sexy. I am gorgeous. I am an apple even on my worst day. I'm God's apple. If you want to put you a pear, if you want to put me a mango, whatever it is you want to put, start by just confessing it every day. While you're crying about that situation, I'm amazing on my worst day. In the middle of you being so upset, so depressed, you're feeling down, something didn't work out for you, I am fantastic even on my worst day. Now I'm open for questions, and I want Lady Fran to help me. Give me the question, guys. Don't leave. I'm patient on my worst day. I like that one because I don't have that. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm demure. I love that, guys. You are amazing. I love that. Yes. On your worst days, don't let nobody take that day from you. You're not having a good day, but I'm amazing, Alexis. It doesn't matter where you are. And remember, your confidence can be stolen. Don't let nobody. I'm determined on my worst day. If you're going to plant a tree, I see people put a little fence around them tree in the country. I don't have to do it here. You put a little fence around the tree because you don't want anybody to trample on it. Build a fence around your confidence. I am queen, even on my worst. Oh, yes, I feel that one, Anisha. Build a fence around. I am right fry planted.
Even on my worst day. Oh my God.
I love it. I love it, guys. Amazing. Don't forget, I'll never give up, even on my worst. If we do that, plan, put a boundary around your little confidence that we're going to start building. Put a little thing around it. And anybody who's walking, coming towards you, they have to go around it because you're not going to let anybody trample on your confidence. You need it. You need it as servant of God. You need it as children of God, because the devil is not going to be patient with you with your lack of confidence. God bless you.
Wow, 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 wow. My goodness, I told you all, I warn you, you never take the warning. Oh, goodness. I get goosebumps on my goosebumps. And I'm not young, so you have to understand. You understand me? No,
Friend, you're so silly.
no, man, this is sweet. This is sweet. This is powerful stuff. These are impactful. And you know what is important? I know that this we're talking about youths and young adults, but I can tell you, being at the older group, and even myself and other older ones on this platform, it goes all away. All right? Amazing, amazing, wonderful presentation. I tell you, I mean, she started out by speaking and saying, who am I? And I want to be sure when I say this that many of us who came on, yes, you know a little, yes, it's not everybody came with a blank page, to be honest. Some came with a blank page, don't know who you be. And there are some of us who came knowing a little, at 50, and some are 85. But by this time, we're supposed to be 100, top the scale, top it all. I want more numbers. We carry it over 110, 120, because who am I? Why am I here? We talk about living a purposeful life. This is awesome. True confidence is self-acceptance. Purposeful living. Them is something deep, And
Yeah.
you made notes that you can meditate. It doesn't make sense you come on this kind of platform, Abby, that really has put in the work, and we're in this space. Don't let it be a baby, a water wet in your skin, and you leave and dry up. Make it soak. Somebody type in the chat, soak it up in your bone. Because as our presenter just said a while ago, that when you leave here, some of you don't even have to go through your gate, don't even have to come out of your car, but between now 12 hours, not to mention 24 hours, somebody's going to be there to suck this confidence from you.
Amen. That's right. That's right.
So you're going to have to square your shoulder, push out your chest, and one of them say your forehead big like how my one stay. One of them say your teeth hang out like how my one stay. But loving all of it. What I say my voice? Yeah, I love it. It's nice. It's unique. Remember me tell you, when you hear the
That's
voice,
right.
you can't miss it for somebody else.
That's right.
Embrace it. And therefore, now, please, the question time. She's ready. And I know I don't want you to be quiet and say, boy, she answer everything and she say everything. And boy, yes, we agree. But come with a question. I'm not seeing a question in the chat at this time. So I'm going to jumpstart it. I'm going to jumpstart it. And I want to say confidence on my worst day. And she said, let me just find it quickly. In terms of some of you talk about being amazing on your worst day. I don't want to put the worst day on it. I don't want to put that in the equation because it means that I'm identifying with something negative. So what I said is that I'm fabulous all day, every day, full stop.
Fine by me. Fine by me.
So for the young person that is on this platform, that would we want to know that they would have had some troubling scenarios. They live in homes, they go to schools, they work with people. And I know you kind of touch on it already. But what is that grit that will tell you that it coming, prepare for it? How do I manage it? How do I go in this toxic environment in my home, in my school, at my work, in my church, in my community, where everybody have blacklisted me? All of my teeth them rotten. I mean, my mother never, my skin, me, I forgot to do all kind of stuff. Me just ugly as you can see. How do you cultivate that to have that fabulousness all day, every day?
I'm going to share something with you guys. I grew up in a single parent home. And my desire, I love family. And my desire was, Lord, my desire and my prayer at age 12 was, Lord, I want my parents to get married. That was the core of who I am. My mom has 5 kids. She's not married. My dad got married to somebody else. My mother did her best to send us to school, but we did not have a lot. When everybody had flush toilets, we had a pit toilet. We had zinc and a concrete slab at the bottom so you can bathe, right? But at 12, I knew one thing. I do not want to be a baby mama. At 12, I knew that I needed education. At 12, if I had a son, his name is going to be Joshua. So from that age, I'm sitting down, I'm telling myself, though I have a flush toilet, I'm going to work with what I have now. I am not comparing myself to all my neighbors who had flush toilet. We're the only one in the community then that didn't have flush toilet. I had to get to the place where I knew that these are some of the things that I wanted, in spite of where I was living, in spite of the fact that my dad wasn't present, in spite of the fact that I had brothers, I was the only girl. I didn't have any best friend or any sister to kind of, get together and have these plans and ideas. Go back to point one. Who am I? What is it you want from this life? When I left high school, I knew I wanted to go to university. My mom said, try to find a little work. She didn't have it. So all my education, I've paid for my education since high school. Everything that I've acquired, I've paid for it. I had to do the what it was Joyce program. I think you guys have overseas program. I don't know what you guys call it now. I had to do that, come back, get a little job. The conditions were not right. But here's the question. What is it you want? What is it I want out of this life? Joshua is 13, and these are the conversations I've been having with Joshua since he was able to hear. What is it that you want? If you can write down what you want in your little book, if you can write down the path that you want to take to get to where you want to go, if you can align yourself with a lady friend, I love HR, you're an HR specialist, can you mentor me? If you can find that positive friend who is maybe having the same situation, that you can say, girl power, we're going to do this. Sometimes you don't have the strength to do it on your own. You have to find the people that you can rub shoulders with. Find people who are ahead of you in the game. Because let me tell you, the truth is, sometimes these situations are not good at all. But if you have the mental fortitude, if you are reading books that are going to build you up and say, my family, my situation, my home, my parents are not speaking into my life, get a book. I think I paid like probably $20-something for this book online. Get a book and start building up you. Because the truth is, sometimes you don't even have anybody you can rely on. You're going to have to depend on you. So get this. Get a book. Get your Bible. Make notes. Does that make sense? Guys, let me know in the chat if it makes sense. The situations will not always be perfect. My best friend said to me all the time, if I'm sick, she worries. Trying to make it happen to you, because for her, I've been like let me use this word loosely, a savior in terms of who she was then. No, she's so strong. She's a prayer warrior. No, she has grown so much. But prior to her meeting me, things were a little different. Her mom would speak down to her negatively. Her mom would say something sometimes, make your head chip. You have to sit with God and say, Daddy, mommy is not at the place. Daddy is not at the place. The gunman them in the area our bad area. There's not enough money. The resources are limited. God, remember, you said, I am the apple of your eyes. Show me, say, you really mean it. And the word said that the Lord will watch over his word to perform it. His word concerning you. Put him in remembrance of his word. Start somewhere, guys. As I say, if you come to, most of you guys probably don't come to Emmanuel. Find somebody in Emmanuel, one of the leaders, and say, listen, I want to rub shoulders with you. I'm telling you this. If you guys link up 5-5 or whatever number, and you say, Auntie Lisi, we want to meet you at the end of the month. It's 5 of us, me, Punzi, Runzi, and Dunzi, want to meet with you. If you are serious about life and you find a place, or you go to Auntie Fran and say, Auntie Fran, I want you, Auntie Fran, Sister Sophie, just some names I'm just calling off at the top of my head. We want to meet you guys at the end of the month. We'll buy you lunch, but we want you guys to pour into us. We're there. We're gonna be there. But do you guys want it real bad? You want it bad enough? No. You just want to see us on Sunday and catch us in the middle of the hustle and the bustle. No, if you want it, we're gonna make ourselves available. Auntie Fran and I have things to do. I tell you guys all the time, I could be watching my Netflix at this time. That's my chill spot. But we're willing to make the sacrifice. Are you willing to make the sacrifice to be better? Next question.
I'm not seeing any question. I think they're all soaking it up so much. I mean, everything. I mean, everybody's wet and running over. I'm
And
trying
there
to.
are a couple questions.
Okay, I'm not seeing it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Great, that's fine. All right, Christina Beckford is asking, my confidence is stolen when someone steps in a room and looks down on me as if I'm a nobody. I'm not a very fussy dresser by nature. How do I deal with that in an environment where people treat you according to how you dress?
All right. Excellent question. Christine, what's the name?
Christina Beckford.
Christina Beckford. Here's my first question for you. And I don't need to answer. I need to think about it. What is your self-worth temperature like? Because there's no way that you should allow somebody who walks in a room and look at how you dress and determine that you're not good enough to sit at this table. So Christina, it starts with you. Christina, I'm not a fussy dresser either. I don't like anything that's too tight, too short, if you notice, well, I don't know if Christine comes to church. I rarely wear makeup. I rarely put, it's because of Abby why I put a little powder, as the girl would say, put a little powder and put in an earring. I'm not fussy either. I'm like you, I'm not fussy. But it doesn't take away from the confidence. When I go to work, I don't wear, most times as 2:30 comes and the door closes, I put on my flats. I'm not going to make myself uncomfortable in any, if it's too hot, I take off the jacket, put on my flat shoes. I'm very comfortable in my style of dressing. I don't want to, some people say beauty, there's a saying, like if you want beauty, you have to make the sacrifice. I don't believe in that saying. So there's something else that needs to be discussed before we get into the room. Because who you are has not much to do with how they see you. So remember, how you see yourself versus how they see you, they're not on the same level. So we need to go back to your self-worth, how much you value, because I don't care if you have on scrubs, when you, for example, step up to the podium or when you're asked a question, your voice should not sound like what you're wearing. Your voice should, you have on a nice, simple white dress with a little black shoes, not much. But when you open your mouth, people should say, who is that? Who that girl? All of a sudden, Christine, when you open your mouth, who that person is? What's your name, Christine Beckford? What? Where school she go? Where she work? Who's she representing? So it's not them. This issue has nothing to do with them. But Christine, it has everything to do with you. Everything to do with you. You need to start putting some value on yourself. That when you wear that simple black dress, white dress, that simple dress, no makeup, your ear stay how it wants to stay. When you open your mouth, there should be a differentiation. And there is no differentiation.
Great.
So Christine, we need to go back to the first door before you get into that space.
Great.
So we're gonna start working on you. We're gonna start working on you. You're gonna get a book and start reading this book to build my self-worth so that when I step in the room, as plain Jane as I am, when I open my mouth, there's a differentiation of self-worth and self-confidence. So come out that room, Christine, and go in a room all by yourself. And I'm not speaking literally. Come out of that room and go in a room by yourself and say, why do I allow people to see me like this? How do I feel about myself? What are my shortcomings? Why do I dress like this? Do I dress like this because I feel like this? Or do I dress like this because I don't feel good about myself? It's because of how confident I am. I wear one dress, I want shoes, go work church tomorrow. My hair is always going to be done. Like a lip balm, I don't wear lipstick. Like a lip balm, always have my lip balm. Matter of fact, they're supposed to be right here. Always have my lip balm with me. And when I open my mouth to speak, people always come to me and say, you work on the radio? If I worked on radio before, as plain Jane as I am, there has to be a differentiation, but it begins with you. I hope that helps, Christine.
Great response, Lecia. There are quite a few questions. Andrea Campbell, a two-part question. What is the difference between confidence and self-centeredness? And she also said, you're a speaker awaiting to be seated at the back. Does that mean you lack confidence? Not at all.
So that's the last part of the question. No. If I'm going to speak, I like to read my room. So I tend to sit at the back. So sometimes, so Abby is an excellent host, not host, organizer. Because Abby gave me all the information I needed prior to. And I even said to her, she did the flyer, and then Abby asked me, is that okay? Would you prefer it to be called this or that? And I was like, wow, this is like top tier thing. Some person just invites you to come to speak. And when you go there, they're teenagers or they're adults or they're on the brighter end of the stick or they're not on the brighter end of the stick. So sometimes, and this is mainly because of what God has gifted me with. So I can go there with nothing. Come and motivate the room. I can go there with my mind blank and I just sit at the back of the room. I'm early, sit at the back of the room. By the time I'm ready to speak, I've read the room from the back. So no, it doesn't mean that you lack confidence. But then again, here's another question to you now. How do you feel while you're sitting at the back of the room? I'm always going to be throwing the question back into your lap because I want to make sure that if you're sitting at the room, there's a reason why you sit at the room, sitting at the back of the room. I sit at the back of the room because I want to read the room to know how to navigate this motivational talk that I'm going to give. Why are you sitting at the back of the room? And if you didn't mean you, if you weren't speaking to yourself, then I don't have a problem with the main speaker sitting at the back of the room. The next question, self-centeredness. Self-centered person usually have no depth. It's all about me. I'm fabulous because I went to Dubai for vacation. I'm so fabulous because I had a hot chocolate with whipped cream. That is not confidence. That is just somebody beating up their mouth and showing off. It's all about me. It's all about me. I can be confident. I can have a conversation with you about nothing. And when you leave my space, you feel motivated. Does that make sense? We're just having a conversation. But because of that positivity that's coming out of me, you leave feeling motivated, confident. You have another person, a self-centered person, when you finish talking to them, your life feel like you're not living because you never go to Dubai yet. You never even go Montego Bay yet, a convention center. So a self-centered person makes, when they leave you, you feel empty. You feel demotivated. You feel like you're not living because you're not wearing Balenciaga, you're not wearing Tour Birch, because they wear Tour Birch. I only wear Bridget's. Like, let me tell you, Bridget's and my tone and my complexion, you Gucci. You're not wearing Gucci, you just wear Shein. Or the other one that them, yeah, and that's fine. You only wear Ross. our Old Navy. It doesn't matter who you are, a confident person with self-confidence, they will not be talking about anything relating to confidence. They'll be talking about the rain. But in the midst of talking about the rain, they're saying, I got wet yesterday, but God was so good. I got home safely. How about you? When you finish that conversation, you feel like, well, we should have get wet yesterday, because getting wet comes off so positive. Yeah, it's not about the labels and the brands. It's just about two people vibing about nothing really, but you leave saying,
Great. Wow. Let us now jump to Alexia.
yes, yes, Peter.
Yes, absolutely great, Auntie Lecia. Thank you. And she clapping, clapping, clapping. She probably jumping on the bed and screaming out. But the question that comes is, how do we build that fence around our confidence?
That is a great question. Dwayne and I would have had this conversation. I have a boundary. It's an invisible boundary. And I'm going to check you once you cross that boundary, because you have different levels of the boundary. You have the outer circle where you're letting only church people, for example. You have another circle where you're letting only family. You have another circle where it's only close family and best friend. Let me tell you something. Once you cross that boundary, something is gonna go off in my head. I'm just gonna give you this until I get to the real meat of the question. Once you come off rude to me, I despise rude people. I despise disrespectful people. I have no tolerance for you, because if you know me, I will tell you, so you're rude and I'm still loving upon you. I will tell you that you didn't do well, but I'm still loving upon you. So I have a boundary, and once you cross it, now somebody comes to me, somebody call me Auntie Lisa, da 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 da. And then one day you come and say, Old Croft, how you, me can't hear anything else beyond the Old Croft. Because you left from calling me Auntie Lisa to Old Croft. You're sizing up. Mm-hmm. Don't size up. Let respect beget respect. Let us respect each other. When you have those boundaries against your confidence, here how you build the boundary. What a frack, we used the example earlier, what a frack ugly. How do you respond to that? How do you respond to that? Thank you so much for your inadequate compliment, but I think my dress is so beautiful. Or you can say, thank you, I don't appreciate your unkind words. Here's the truth. Not a lot of persons are willing to say that. What you do, you take it and you go home. My girlfriend, my coworker, one Saturday, she called me, and she was so mad about something the manager said to her on Friday. And I was like, you had a conversation with your manager, and you come home all the way into Saturday talking and cussing about something she said to you Friday. Why didn't you deal with that on Friday? People are afraid to say, no, thank you. I don't appreciate that. People are afraid to say, don't do that. Don't speak to me like that. Don't treat me like that. People are afraid to say, no, take that back. Huh? So, for example, my mother would say, this thing that she said, I refuse to accept that in the name of Jesus. Why are people afraid to say that? You're not being rude or disrespectful. You're saying, I'm not accepting that. It's not a rude thing. It's not a bad thing to voice how you feel. I'm not telling you to be disrespectful. I'm telling you to say what you feel. Somebody talk down to you, young lady, that in the room, people just look at you and size you up. No, I'm not accepting that. You don't have the authority to speak into my life. You don't have the authority to speak negatively about my dress. You're not qualified to speak about how confident or the lack thereof, you don't have that authority. And I will tell you that you don't have the authority to do that. It's simply letting somebody know from the get-go. Somebody spit on you once. Let me tell you something. If you don't stop that first spitting, they are going to make it a regular thing. Somebody say ugly. God bless you. You too. If you don't stop it from early, they are going to be talking to you negatively, rude, unkind, criticize you. They're going to, yeah, idiot. Excuse, who are you speaking to? Josh always said, Josh is 13 now, and Josh has been saying this to me since he was like 6. Mom, how comes everybody respect you? How do you get that done? And yet, I'm a friendly person. I'm warm. I'm the life of the party. I'm always giving the trouble. But in all of that, somehow they sense this thing where, no, don't disrespect her. Because if you step close up to the line, I'm going to tell you, you're a little bit too close. You don't have to see yourself as being rude if you speak up for you. Don't let nobody speak on your behalf in a very unkind way. That is how you create that fence. Auntie Fran is Evangelist Francesca Anderson. And she come up to you one day and say, you're both ugly like your mama. She is an evangelist. She's a leader in the church. There's nothing wrong as an 18-year-old or a 25-year-old or a 35-year-old to say, Auntie Fran, I did not appreciate that. But we're afraid as Christians because everything is disrespect. And we think that we should be martyr, we should be the doormat. No. Speak up for yourself and simply say, I don't appreciate that. I don't think that was very kind of you. And I guarantee you, Auntie Fran will go home, go feel a way about it. And she'll never do it again. But Auntie Fran tell you one Sunday you're both ugly. The next day she tells you your head dry and she just keep hammering at you. You have allowed them to speak into your life. Yeah. I don't even need to tell people not to do it. Somehow them just get the inclination, don't do that. I don't have to beg people to respect me. They'll respect you automatically because of you respecting yourself. One day a manager called me into a room with another manager to disrespect me. And he said something like, oh, I'll call your director because, come on meeting a morning time. And I said to him, my position does not require me to be in the meeting every single day because I can go to a company to do a presentation. I can be meeting with clients. So I don't have to be at work at 8 o'clock. I can have engagements working for the bank and then carry on. So I was not going to be disrespectful to him in front of that manager. But let me tell you something. I took up my handbag and I went in my car outside and then I called him from my cell phone. I didn't call his cell phone. I called his office phone. And normally you can have like a pet name in the office. And I said, Mr. So and so, the next time you attempt to flex your muscles in front of another manager, I'm going to be flexing back. You're rude and you're out of order. If you want to have a conversation with me, you have a conversation with me. Am I disrespectful in telling him how I felt? So he was just trying to get some clout. I don't know. But I'm not going to be jump up and flare up and disrespect him in front of another person, even though he was being rude to me. I addressed it. And let me tell him from that day, or study, all right, he kept his distance. Guys, in the workplaces, in the schools, I'm not telling you to be disrespectful for your teachers or to your employees. But if they're speaking down to you, you allow that? That's a negative. I can play around for this much and no longer. Don't allow anybody to speak down to you. And you responding to say, I don't appreciate it. You're not being rude. You're standing up for yourself. That is how you create that fence, not only around your confidence, but around your self-worth. I get very passionate about these things, Get very passionate because too many times Christians mix up this Christ-like walk with people speaking down to you, and you're supposed to take it because you're being Christ-like. Jesus never take it while he was here. No. Why would you? Don't mix up walking as kingdom kids with people disrespecting you. You have to take it and be the martyr. No. You're representing the kingdom. You're representing Christ. Huh? You can't be God's workmanship and you have people calling you all kind of thing and slapping you on your butt and you just no, I will and switch immediately and let you know, don't do that. And if you want vex, you vex. One lady, when I just went to the branch to work, because she saw my pleasant personality, she came into the office and showed a piece of paper on my desk. And let me tell you something, when I had my head up, I was like, do not mistake this sweetness for weakness. Do not excuse yourself from out of my office. I don't think she ever come back. Guys, differentiate, disrespect, and being Christ-like. There's not even a comparison there. So you can be Christ-like and have persons respecting you.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And
Come on, man.
dishonor you and disrespect you all in the name of Christ. That is evil and a wicked behavior. So know how to separate yourselves. Sometimes it requires that, not malice, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do for your own mental health. It is critical because out off on a limb and be lost. And I want you to know, Lady Lecia, how powerful God have used you today in this presentation, that Tanisha James have just purchased her book. I had to point that one out. So she had.
Wow. Yes, guys, it's a good read. It's a good read. Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima. It's a good, even if you're not buying this particular book, buy books that will build you up. You don't even have to buy a book. You can go on YouTube. You don't have to buy this book, but look for a book that will help you to build who you are. Congrats.
Yes, I could not miss that one. Could not miss that one. Well, we're coming down well, you know. I mean, we could go on and on and on and on.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure Abigail Sparks may have to do another round 2, 3 series, because I'm sure our presenter have a lot more to pour out. But certainly we have to pause for a moment, and we must know that we had a winner. We had winners. Anybody remember the question we asked earlier? The question we asked, the first one was, what are Reach Me's 3 core values? And we got a winner. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. And who is the winner of that? Tashina is the winner, and she will be getting her branded tumbler. Ooh, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And number 2 question we asked was, list 1 where Reach Me intends to meet its goals. And again, winner in the room. The winner in the room is none other than Andrea Campbell, and she will get the devotional written by, and I know it's a little blurry, she'll get the devotional written by, of course, Abigail Sparks, our host, our founder, our managing director. Yes. Come on, man. Put some crap in the chat. Put some congratulations, man. Somebody said something. We don't have any mean people on this platform. So congratulations to both of you who have won. Yes, congratulations to you all. And I'm not seeing a burning question. If I had missed a burning question, okay. I'm not seeing a burning question. Help me here if I missed any burning one. Tashina James said, an experience I had a few weeks ago. I was called in a meeting with both of my managers. They were asking me questions I was not comfortable answering. I said to both of them, I don't have to answer any questions I am not comfortable answering. Go girl, go girl. We're not being disrespectful, but we
That's
have
right.
to be making it known that we are not about to take the foolishness, and especially 2024, this last quarter, moving on. So if your head did bend down and you lack confidence, now is the time. Word have been spoken. Grab a hold of it. So we want to certainly thank our presenter this afternoon. Somebody write some more love in the chat. I know you have a lot of love coming her way. And remember, you need to find her. She's a motivational speaker. I mean, I don't have to say anything. You probably need to just connect with Lady Abby, and you get her number and you get to connect with her. Connect with people, man. People that are going,
Yes.
that have purpose on their lives. People that are not afraid of you doing well. You know, you have some person that
That's right.
they push you in the back, and it's more criticism than anything. Every time they
That's right.
calling to criticize you and to tear you down, stay away from them. I don't have much friends, and it's purposeful. I
That's
don't,
right.
and for my 5 fingers, I don't have 5 person very.
Mhm.
I just,
Mhm.
you see me and you see me not, because I'm gonna go places, and I'm going places, right places. So on that note, we have given out the gifts. Just need to know collection. We're gonna collect those gifts. You can type it in the chat where they're gonna collect their tumbler, and also the book. All right. So what an awesome day. We have had an awesome series. Okay, MindShift webinar series. And we started out with confidence. We started at 4 o'clock. We're now at 6:22. And I'm not going to do any much more talking. I'm going to invite none other than Abigail Sparks to come in the room and to take it from here. Bless you and thank you for putting up with me. Black skin, yeah. Big on head, yeah. All of that. Bless you.
Bless you. Good evening again, everyone. We have drawn to the end of this webinar. It really has been an amazing session. And of course, before we leave, there are some thanks that we have to offer. Firstly, I have to shout out Lady Lecia Sutherland, Auntie Lecia, for coming on board so almost spontaneously to support this initiative by being our first speaker for this inaugural program. I am so very grateful, Auntie Lecia, and confidence is such a crucial topic to touch on because while Reach intends to have further sessions or sessions within this series, if we don't master confidence, then
Yep.
no matter the information that we provide, we can tell
Mhm.
you 100 ways to gain financial literacy. We can tell you 100 ways to learn real estate. Tell you 100 ways to master life. But if you don't have that initial confidence, you'll never be bold enough to take that step. You'll never be bold enough or confident enough to embark on that.
Mhm.
So this really has been an amazing session. Again, shout out to you, Auntie Lisa, for pouring into us, for offering just so much amazing information on building our confidence and walking in that confidence. I have to also thank our moderator with the mostest,
The mostest, yay!
hostess with the mostest, Auntie Fran, because Auntie Fran came on literally less than 24 hours to moderate
Yeah.
on board with the program. We had to make a change last minute, and she very graciously came on board to support. So thank you so much, Lady Fran, for just so excellently engaging us throughout the program on tonight and ensuring that we had information that we were, again, properly engaged throughout this session. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you to all the participants who took time out of your Saturday. Saturday is a very hard day to give up time, but I appreciate it so much you coming on to really glean from our speaker on today. I also want to shout out real quickly our winners. We will provide more information on how you can collect your items. You can actually message 822-8818. You can WhatsApp us and we'll provide you the details at the timeline to collect your prizes. And of course, I have to shout out the team behind Reach Me. Again, just highlighting the members of our board, Anisha Rose, Kadeem May Jackson, Jared Chambers, but I also want to especially shout out Shirlene Sparks, who is my mother, and also our coordinator for both operations and program development, because today would not have proceeded the way it has if it had not been for her diligence, for her push, for her pour, and for her overall energy to make sure that that Reach Me's initial program starts. Okay, repeating the number, it's 822-8818, 822-8818. So again, thank you, my mom, for her support. And again, MindShift intends to be a recurring program. We do hope to have both, yes, more virtual sessions, but we also want to have in-person meetings that we're able to connect, we're able to, feel the energy in the room, and also be able to gain more information on how it is that we can master this thing called life, how we can master the journey of adulting to have that amazing success that I know we have the potential for as both youth and young adults. Of course, again, it's when you start calling names, you get in trouble. But shout out to Chantal, our amazing Zoom facilitator on today. She has been so diligent with supporting also Jordan for or bringing our little note taker this afternoon. And again, MindShift does intend to be a recurring program. So please stay tuned, please stay glued to our social media page on IG, Reach Me JA, for more information on how it is that you can connect, how you can tap into our programs for both mentorship, for accessing resources on how to be able to connect and become again the best version of yourselves. Once again, thank you so much for being a part of this journey, for joining us on this our inaugural program, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. But just in case you came on a bit late, I'm going to just reshare the video that introduces Reach Me and what it is that we intend to do as a organization. Again, thank you so much for joining us on today. And please remember to connect with us. We've seen your responses to the registration form about what it is that you're looking forward to hearing about in the future. And so we're curating programs for you. Please, again, stay tuned to our pages and help us reach you. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Bless you all.